Well, hello, my fabulous friends. Hope you're doing well. Wow, I've got a really interesting historical reading today. I'm going to read about the energy around the pyramids, the Great Pyramids of Giza. I'm going to find out. I'm going to use the Voyager Tarot because they're intuition cards for the 21st century. They're kind of spacey like that, kind of mystical, kind of Atlantean. I'm going to find out who built the pyramids and what's the general energy around the pyramids. So right now, what's the general energy around the pyramids? What's the general energy around the pyramids? What's the general energy around the pyramids? These are huge cards. What's the general energy around the pyramids? 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 Oh, what flew out here? Oh, strength. Oh, yeah, look at and cats are huge in Egypt. And oh, the Sphinx. The Sphinx. Let's find out. Let's continue. What's the general energy around the pyramids? The cards are ready. Seven of Worlds. So is this telling me it was a conglomerate of different peoples that came together? I've heard the pyramid called the Mountain of Man. So is this all the different cultures coming together? Right, there's Egyptian, there would be North American, there'd be African. Are these oh, here we have Native American, the totem poles. Is this all is it the Mountain of Man? Five of Worlds. Is this, well, we know it's on a desert. We know it's on a desert. 10 of Worlds. We have Jupiter here. Lots of Jupiter in here. I'm trying to think, what would Jupiter be? 8 of Wands. I'm trying to make sure there's, these cards are so big. They're tough to do a reading with, but they're the best ones. Hanged Man. Yeah, they're very old. We know that. They're very old. So courage, setback, reward, harmony, and then the Hanged Man. So I'm thinking that I've done a reading that when Atlantis, when the setback, when Atlantis went under the ocean, they came to Egypt and Greece. So did the Atlanteans build the pyramids? Did the Atlanteans build the pyramids? And harmony, you know, there's something about the vibration of the pyramids. There's something about the vibration. And the Hanged Man, they've been there for a very, very long time. So I think they with everything that they had, they built the pyramids. I'm just thinking Jupiter. What's Jupiter? Expansion, luck. Thursday, it's Sagittarius and Pisces. Oh, I just realized, was it built during Piscean age, which was the time that Jesus walked the earth? That would be the Hanged Man. They were built during the time Jesus walked the face of the earth. 5 of Cups, yes, on top of the 5 of Worlds. Setback, disappointment. This is the Atlanteans. Their world was wiped out, and they came to start a new world in Egypt. And they by the time they settled and everything, This was the time that Jesus was walking the face of the earth. Illumination, Ace of Wands. Yes. Synergy, Six of Worlds on top of the harmony. Now, I've been to the pyramids, and there is a distinct, if you're tuned in, there's a distinct hum around them, and it's the way the wind blows, and it creates a vibration. And I believe I know how the pyramids were built. I believe what it was, and this is interesting because this hand is showing here, that they had a shape of the block. They filled it with the sand that was all around them, and then they knew what vibrations and chemicals to put into it to touch it so it solidified. They lifted the shape, they moved it over, and they put it down. They filled it with sand. They did their vibration things. They put in some chemicals with this synergy, and built a block. And it happened like boom, 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 boom. And that's how they did. They never lift those blocks. All they had to do was lift sand one block at a time. Anyways, that's my theory. Inventor, man of crystals. Yeah, they had to reinvent everything, how they live. They lost everything. They lost everything except for some of this ancient knowledge about how to make blocks solidify. And if you look at in Peru, there's the same thing that's going on in Mexico, where the pyramids are, and some of the walls and the blocks are. It's the same thing. So that would be, the same peoples would know that. Ooh, Ace of Worlds, success. Yeah, they were really happy with how it worked out. I'm going to ask right away what the pyramids were used for. Sorry, I don't read these cards in reverse. It was just they all fell on the ground from after my class, and I just kind of picked them up so I could get this reading done. The Hierophant. Look at that. This was done with, there's the ancient Egyptian pillars. This was done with ancient wisdom. And this is the same wisdom that is now spread across the earth in many ways. And even, this almost is pyramid, almost like a pyramid right there. And different fragments. It's now that this information is fragmented amongst all the different religions. And, this religion teaches a little bit of it. This religion teaches a little bit of it. This religion teaches a little bit of this, etc., etc. But they all don't have the full picture. They all don't have the full recipe. Because it's so fragmented. What's the, oh, the Strength card showed up again. The Strength, there's a huge clue in the Sphinx. There's a huge clue in the Sphinx. And some of you might not know what this is. This is believe it or not, an ancient Egyptian pillow. It's funny that they have a potato on there, but the pharaohs would lay down on this to rest the back of their head on this when they were laying down. Looks comfortable, hey? This would also the same thing that they would use when they were embalming, and they would hold the head up off the table. Synthesis, yeah. Sorrow, Six of Cups. Sorrow, stagnation, Eight of Cups, and equilibrium, Two of Cups. And what's in the censor, Woman of Wands. Well, believe it or not, this is me. And like I said, when I was there, I could sense things about the pyramid. And I got to spend a lot of time inside the pyramid without any other tourists. And what's inside is actually quite fascinating. and here's the black cat for intuition, but you can actually, if you touch the pyramid, you not only can hear it hum, you can feel it still vibrating. It's still vibrating. Very, very slight, but it is. Time, space. Time, space. I think eventually the truth about the pyramids will come out. Yeah, the truth about the pyramids will come out. Oh, there, the Four of Crystals, that actually looks like the pyramid. Do you know when you look at the pyramid from the top, it actually has 8 sides. It doesn't have 4. I know that blows a lot of people's minds. Three of Wands. Sage of Worlds. Yeah, I think this ancient knowledge one day will come out. But the cards are telling me that the Atlanteans built the pyramids after the destruction. They used vibration and synthesis and synergy and their ancient knowledge. This knowledge is available across other religions, but each has a piece of it. Each has a piece of the pie. And if they would all come together, they would be able to figure it out, how they built them. People who are touch sensitive, this is, I think, the third hand that came out, are able to feel and get the truth of the pyramids. They actually here, well, sorry, I started talking, I forgot to get back to this sorrow and this stagnation is that they are crumbling. They actually have lost quite a bit. The whole capstone on top is missing. They used to be white lime on the outside, and all of that is gone, and a lot of that product went into buildings in Cairo. Pieces of it are just crumbling, and like I said, you can feel it. If you're touch sensitive, you can feel the vibration. Well, what does vibration do eventually, right? It tumbles things down, and there are times that you could be standing there and then all of a sudden a few pebbles will fall, and if it was static, that just simply wouldn't happen. So there's something about the vibration of them. So let's find out, what are the pyramids for? Let's see if we can suss out what the pyramids are for. What were they built for? Like, fine, you're from Atlantis and your world crumbled, and some of you came here and you rebuilt and you found it that you needed to build these pyramids. What the heck are they for? 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 What are these pyramids all about? What are they for? What is the purpose of the pyramids? What is the purpose of the pyramids? These cards are so darn big. I love them, but I should almost see if they have a smaller size. But I think you'd lose a lot in the iconography if they were smaller. I think you need to see Two of Crystals. Crystals, and see that mountain pyramid. So what is it about the crystals? Now, here's another thing a lot of people don't know. The pyramids are built on a bed of onyx, white onyx. You know what white onyx is, or white or clear onyx? It's about 3 feet deep. And you know what that is actually in folklore, solid water, crystallized solid water. So that's interesting. But yeah, the pyramids are built on about 3 feet of solid white or crystal onyx. That was surprising to me when I saw that. Cards are ready. What are they for? Player, Child of Worlds. The The sun. Sun worship. King Tut. There's King Tut. Oh, maybe to follow the sun. Like a calendar. To follow the year. Like so they would know when the Nile was. But that's quite a big clock. All you need is a stick in the ground. 3 of Cups. Priestess. And now we have Nefertiti. Nefertiti and Tut. And Nefertiti was apparently Tut's mother. Man of Wands. Actor. What was it for? Well, very colorful. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Was it to look after, to watch the seasons? Or 3 of Cups here, I'm wondering if like the overflowing of the Nile. Was it a calendar plus something mystical? And then we have Child of Worlds and Man of Wands. Like it looks like, I don't see it as a burial. It's not a tomb. It's not a tomb. It was something something creative. Because a child, so you think birth, new beginnings, actor. Oh, did they do ceremonies there? Did they do ceremonies? This is a pretty big stage. Hermit. Oh, look at all the Egyptian. Death. I'll see. Oops, I spoke too soon. Unless that's the Scorpio King. And the Tower. Now we're getting some darker cards. Eight of Worlds. Change. Nowhere. Sage of Crystals. Guardian. Woman of Crystals. What's the underlying? Hierophant. Was it something? Did they think it would protect them from another calamity? Look at the crystals. And it's funny that I mentioned that it's on 3 feet of onyx, which is a crystal. So was it like the vibration? Like you look at her hand is like, you know, the crystal inside the pyramid. Was it all for vibration? Was it like, was it maybe like a big antenna trying to pick up the vibrations of people all over the world, seeing if other people survived? Inventor, disappointment, courage, and success, Ace of Worlds, and purity, 2 of Wands. I wonder if they built it as a beacon, like, because you can see it for miles. I wonder if that's what part of the vibration was they were wondering if other people had survived and maybe they went to what we call North America right now, or South America, or Africa. Well, they are in Africa. Egypt is in Africa. Or I mean, like maybe, you know, what we call the UK right now, or the so I wonder if it was like a beacon to let people know where they were. It's like, here we are, we're safe, we're safe and sound. But I think they were disappointed in the fact that nobody it didn't work. It didn't work. So then they just went on being, just living. They just realized they were scattered. That doesn't mean that they weren't scattered. It just means it didn't call other people in. Oppression, sorrow, synthesis, ecstasy, Ace of Cups, reflection. Yeah, I think that's what it was for. I wonder if they built the smaller ones first. They weren't getting any response. So then they built the larger one. And it's interesting. Look at this mountain is pure white. And the pyramid, the original pyramid was pure white lime. Pure white lime. And like I said, they've taken that, they took that down to put it on buildings in Cairo. Can you imagine? They didn't know what the pyramids were. I think that's how they kept building them bigger and bigger and bigger to see if that synthesis, if other people were building them, and maybe they thought it was a type of antenna, right? They had a technology that we have no idea whatsoever what they did. And think of people 200 years ago looking at a cell phone tower and trying to figure out what the heck it is. Right? They don't even know what cell phones are. So for us to look at the pyramid and try and figure out, oh, it must be a tomb or something, and then something comes along and tells you, no, it's a big antenna, so they can communicate with other peoples of their own peoples around the world. Like, do you know there's pyramids in China? There is. It's the truth. There's pyramids in China. There's of course there's pyramids in Mexico that we know. And of course the Egyptian pyramids. Were they trying to? And I look at that. I just noticed that with this little is it electrical charge or a lightning strike? Get a hold of each other through that. So don't discount it, because we think, how could that be an antenna? How could that vibrate and tell other people? Well, somebody 100 years ago wouldn't know what a cell phone tower is. People 50 years ago wouldn't know what a cell phone is, or an iPad. Like, think about that. And we're guessing something that's, that was built the time that Jesus walked the earth 2,000 years ago. Now, I'm still debating on whether they were built when Jesus walked the earth or they were already there when Jesus walked the earth. Or he saw them, or he was there. That's a reading for another day. So to sum it up, the pyramids were built by the Atlanteans. They were built for reasons of, they were like antennas, so that they can communicate with other Atlanteans around the world to see who survived. And they didn't have much luck with it. But they did just continue to survive in the Mediterranean, in that part, as I've read before about the Atlanteans, that they did go to Egypt and Greece. All right. Wow. Well, that was interesting. That's food for thought. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, thank you. Take good care. Bye for now.